Welcome to Hot Flash Chronicles, where midlife is messy, menopause is madness, and we're sweating through it together.
We're Angie and Shelly, two caffeine-fueled, slightly inappropriate grandmas who say what everyone's thinking.
So grab a drink, crank up the AC, and let's dive in. Angie, guess what time it is?
It is 4:26.
Well, that for sure. And also it's time for another podcast. Woo-hoo! I know. We love this part. Yippee. And I like to start by saying, I'm Shelly.
And I like to second by saying, I'm Angie.
Yeah.
Welcome
We have to make that clear because sometimes we get confused.
Right. And welcome to the Hot Flash Chronicles.
That's right. It's all part of the wonder of being on a podcast is what are we going to talk about? Like, what's the next thing?
So we don't script these. We just come up with like, here's what the overarching topic is. And then we just like
run with it.
Chat.
We chat about it.
So we don't know what we're about to say.
And you know what? You're welcome to be.
Yeah, we're sorry and you're welcome.
Yeah, all of the above. So sometimes we talk about just kind of fun, goofy things. Sometimes we talk about more serious or important things. And all of it is to share with our friends and people who are listening, just some of our experiences.
And flashers.
Our flashers.
That's what we're calling our listeners. You're a flasher if you're listening.
Yeah. And you're welcome for that nickname because who doesn't want to be
and we're sorry.
A flasher.
We're sorry and you're welcome.
So we kind of like to talk about all these different things and invite you, on a conversation. A lot of times we'll ask for your feedback or for you to provide us with a moment in your life that maybe you can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
So this next one, this topic today that I think is a really good one is about imposter syndrome. And it's kind of one of those catchphrases that you hear out there and you go, what does that mean?
I feel like I would dare to say that most people feel imposter syndrome at some point.
I think you're right.
Or multiple times throughout life. Like
or constantly.
I think that whenever you start something new is when you're like, oh, they're going to know that I'm not good at this. Oh, they're going to know.
Yeah.
And then you worry about how people are perceiving you. Like, are you good enough at the thing that you're claiming that you do? I know that I ran into this a lot when I started my photo business because I was in the comparison mode. Like I was looking at my photos next to other photographers and I was comparing our work, our pricing, our business models, our marketing, all of those things. And you start to feel like, oh, well, Jane's doing it so much better. And like, it's just, and it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah. I was at a retreat this past weekend with my chorus and it's a very good chorus. And the person who was
really good.
Yeah. The person
I got to sit down on one of their rehearsals a few weeks ago. Yeah. Really good chorus.
PDX Voices.
PDX Voices.
So the person who was coaching us was saying, there's probably people in this room who think, oh my gosh, why am I singing with this group? How did I make it into this group? I'm so lucky to be here. And she was like, luck has nothing to do with this. You deserve to be here. You're here because you deserve to be here. There's nobody here who shouldn't be here.
Well, isn't there an audition process?
Yeah, there is.
So that should tell you that you're good enough,
should tell you that you made it.
Yeah, tick, you're in.
But sometimes our inner voices, our inner demons, whatever you want to call them,
judges, they're inner judges.
Yeah, it makes you question yourself, and it can be a thing like your voice. If you're singing, it can be a thing like your skill set at your job. It can be parenting. It can be relationships. But it's this moment you have where you think that you're fooling people, that you're somehow tricking them, and that they're going to catch you in the act of faking it.
Yeah. So if we dive into the etymology of imposter syndrome, so Shelly, what is an imposter to you? If you just take the word imposter and you were to look up a definition, what would you guess that an imposter would be defined as?
It's somebody who's pretending to be someone else.
Right. They're like conning you, or there's trickery or tomfoolery involved.
Yeah.
There's an intentional
counterfeit
act happening. They're intentionally trying to trick you, right? And then if we look at what imposter syndrome is, we're not actually trying to, like your chorus members aren't trying to trick anybody into thinking they're a good singer.
No.
Right? What's actually happening is we feel like we're not good enough.
Yeah.
So anytime you feel like you have imposter syndrome, I would encourage you to just sit in that and think, why am I feeling like I'm not good enough?
Mm-hmm.
And according to who? Like sometimes there are things where you're getting like rated or judged or assessed through certain things like singing.
Yeah.
Or like if you're working like with a vocal coach, like you said, your guys' coach that came to work with you guys is probably listening for mistakes, but don't we get better in those mistakes?
Yes.
If they don't catch it, that's how we grow. So it can be real easy to take that personally and take it like, oh, she thinks I'm a shit singer. Right. No, it's literally she's just trying to help better the sound.
Yeah.
Right?
And I think this thing about being an imposter, it's not that you're trying to trick other people. It's that you don't believe things about yourself to be true. Especially sometimes if it's good things.
Right.
I think people have a hard time or they think they don't want to come off as conceited or self-centered or
I hate that.
Whatever, when you are only acknowledging that maybe you have a strength in something.
I hate that we struggle to say nice things about ourselves.
Yeah.
I hate that
self-deprecate.
That it's benchmarked as conceited or arrogant or snobby or goody two-shoes or whatever. Like, I hate that it is. I tell my clients when they come here into my studio, this is a safe place to say nice things about yourself. Yes. So I'm sorry, I just had to sidebar that because I really hate how anything could be classified as arrogant when we're really just like saying, I'm proud of myself because I really rocked that.
And you don't have to offset it with a self-deprecating comment. Like a lot of times people will say, well, I am really good at blank, but I really suck at blank.
Right.
It's like you don't have to give the side to that. You don't have to. You can just say you are good at something.
Or like if I say, oh, I love your dress, and you're like, thanks, it was $4. It's like you're trying to justify why you have something nice without being like, oh, I spent a lot of money on myself. It's okay to spend money on yourself. I give you permission. We give you you're permission givers.
Yeah, if you need permission, we might even give too much permission. Is there? No, not. Okay. Angie said it's not, so we'll give you all the permission that you need. Yeah. But just know that I do sometimes frame things as a woman because that's my perspective. Sure. I've lived this life, and I think I notice things about other women and myself, where I think women very much feel apologetic about a lot of things.
What's that like?
They don't need to.
No.
It's like, stop apologizing when you do a good thing or a bad thing. You don't need to apologize. Sometimes we just do the thing, whatever it is, and we just have to live with it. And sometimes it's a positive thing. Sometimes it's a negative thing, but we all are allowed to make mistakes, and we are all allowed to learn from mistakes.
Right.
So it's even okay when you mess up, if you know you messed up. And believe me, there are different levels. There are different levels of messing up. There are minor levels and there are major levels. Minor levels, you learn the lesson quickly and you probably don't repeat the thing again. Sometimes there's other behaviors that play in where we might make the same mistake over and over. And that's okay too. Some of us,
if we have people that care about us, they'll point it out like,
yes,
hey, Shelly, you're doing that thing again. Stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when it can be sometimes a harmful thing. Sometimes we have emotional situations or we have mental health issues that are out of our control that might make us loop certain behaviors. So we still have to forgive ourselves, even if it takes us longer to learn the lesson or to learn how to stop the behavior. And we still have to love ourselves and be kind to ourselves when we go through that process.
Do you know something I just learned about myself? Like a realization that I just had is I've always called myself a serial people pleaser. Like, hi, I'm Angie. I'm a people pleaser. But I just realized recently that I only do that with women. I have had bosses through the years or like friends in my life that are very strong-headed bull in a china closet men. They don't scare me. Men don't scare me. Men don't intimidate me. Men don't make me feel less than. Men don't make me like, if you're like a a bully or a hothead or whatever, like I could really give a shit. I will go toe to toe every time. But a woman, especially one that I look up to, if she were to show even in like a flicker of disappointment or some like judgment, I will fall all over myself apologizing and feeling not good enough and feeling all of these things. And like, isn't that an interesting thing to learn about yourself?
Yeah.
Just a thing to notice, like, huh. And like, I will go toe to toe with a guy and like not like, I don't get freaked out by men, but women, I people please women constantly. And I'm learning to not do that. And I'm catching myself and setting boundaries. And I feel real squidgy when I set a boundary. It's like, oh, she's going to be mad, but they're not mad.
No.
And that goes into that imposter is like, I'm trying to become the person that other women want me to be.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm okay the way I am.
I feel like a lot of these kinds of behaviors are formed way, 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 way back when we're children. I mean, a lot of our things are. And when you look back at how you were raised and your mother and father and the expectations that your mother and father had of you,
or teachers or aunts and uncles,
authority figures,
right,
had. And sometimes people are from either one of those sexes can be a force of nature. And so if there was a female figure or figures when you were young that were the ones that you felt it was harder to please them, like, I think that a lot of where that comes from, whether it's your people pleasing, if it is geared more towards one sex or the other, almost all of our stuff comes from our childhood. If you look back, who are the people that I wanted that approval from? Was it my school teachers who were mostly female?
Right.
Which back when I was in school, it was mostly female teachers, almost all of them. Was your mother a strong woman, or was your mother the more meek of your parents? There's so many things.
And like, are you people pleasing because you want the other person to be proud of you, or is it because mine doesn't come from like, oh, I feel like this, like if I people please to Shelly, it's not because I don't think that she cares about me or loves me. It's more that I want her to be proud of me.
Yeah.
So it comes from a place of like wanting. It's like I guess I crave that, like that.
It's an affirmation, or
like the Adam girls or the good girls.
Yeah, it's a validation thing that you did, and I believe validation is, we need some of it. There's no denying that we all need a little bit of validation.
Sure,
some of us need more of it, some of us need less of it, and none of those amounts are wrong or right.
Right.
But recognizing that you just want that little bit of validation that makes you go, yes, I'm on the right track. I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing it the way I should. I think that is completely fine. Some people cannot function until they receive the validation.
Right.
Or they might need so much of it that it's actually tiring to other people.
Right.
To constantly
we've all had those friends that are like, they go through the same thing over and over and over. Like let's say they're in a relationship that's, unhealthy or abusive or something, and they just keep telling all these stories, and you're like, dude, you got to get out. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Like, come on. Like, can't you see the path in front of you? And they just keep forgiving and doing it over and over again. And for me, it never comes from judgment. If I'm like, what are you doing? It's just like, you want them in a safe space.
Yeah.
So have you ever had friends like that where you're like,
absolutely,
this is a pattern, and they don't recognize that it's a pattern, but you see it, but you can't do it for them.
And you don't want to be, it's so hard to not be codependent with somebody who's in that kind of situation, especially if it's a long time, friend or somebody you've known for decades, and you see them repeating these behaviors. And it's like, what do I say? How do I say this without enabling them? How do I be supportive,
right,
and continue to be, a healthy person in their life? Or do I just turn a blind eye to this behavior? How do I advocate for my friend with my friend?
I used to have a coworker that was in a very unhealthy relationship, and she was my boss. And she would come into work constantly just talking about things that he had done, or like fights that they'd had, or like he kicked me out, or like all of these things. And I tried for so long to help her fix it. And I would be the knight in shining armor. I was like, you got this. Like, all you got to do is this. And I would help her lay out the steps and like, here are all of the resources available. And you can't like, you know, here are all the things that you can do. And you're not stuck. Like, it's always, and she just kept allowing it. And I would sit and get so frustrated. And I'm like, what are you doing? But that was her life. That was her journey.
Yep.
So there's no, like, I wasn't ever judgy. It was just like, you can't always write it for
you.
someone.
See somebody stuck in a loop.
Right.
There's some people you're going to be able to help and some people you can't. And then when you realize you can't, you have to figure out, how do I remain a supportive friend for this person, or can I not?
Right.
Like, maybe I'm not good for them either if I'm not going to.
Well, and everybody else thought that she was in this great relationship. So it was like, in that way, it kind of was being an imposter because she was like putting out this like picket fence storyline, but those of us who had seen behind the fence. So that's more of like and I don't think she was again, that goes to the intentionality.
Yeah.
I think that she was just trying to convince herself.
Right.
Kind of a thing, right?
Yeah. And this whole thing about, you know, imposter syndrome, and really on the flip side of that is your self-acceptance. Like, you know, sometimes.
What a beautiful world to live in that, right?
Yeah. Sometimes
it's really beautiful.
I'm, you know, going to be 60 this summer in July. And there are times when I wake up and I think, oh my gosh, I've had a full career. I've raised 2 adults successfully. How did I do that? I don't even feel like an adult.
Right.
Like, how did I do that? And
people that were reliant on me to stay alive, and it turned into these really well-adjusted, intelligent people that you're like, how did that happen?
How did I do that? Like,
tell me.
And it's like the feeling of responsibility that I've done responsible things, and I have made sacrifices, and I've done all these things you hear that adults do, but somehow my life still feels fun and exciting, and like,
your life is fun and exciting.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's like, so sometimes it makes me think, well, how did I do all that and still have fun? Well, because when I look back on it, there were times when I wasn't having fun. There was times when my nose was to the grindstone, and I did focus down and make some sacrifices, and they all paid off. So
yeah.
It's all been worth it. So
those are the hills and valleys of life, though. You're not like, it's pretty rare that you're like way up here all the time. Like, everybody has dips and inclines. And the thing that I like to say is, don't compare your day-to-day life to somebody else's highlight reel. Like, if you're looking at social media and you see all these like beautifully edited photos, or the reels like properly produced, and all of this stuff is like really polished and pretty, and you're just like a shit show over in your corner going, I don't think I have 2 shoes that match.
Yeah.
And how are they doing all of this so perfectly? You're not seeing all of their takes that didn't make the cutting room floor, right? Like, we're not seeing.
That is curated.
That is curated content that you cannot compare yourself to, because comparison is the thief of joy.
Yes.
Period. Full stop. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Absolutely.
And stop it.
There's a couple things you can be guaranteed of. And that is, I can guarantee you there are happy days ahead for you. And I can guarantee you that there are sad days ahead for you. And that is the peaks and valleys. That is the guarantee in life, is you're going to get experience all the ups and the downs. And it sounds scary, but it's how you grow, and it's how you learn to appreciate when things are good.
I love that.
And so it's okay if every day you don't feel like an adult.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to feel like an adult.
Sometimes I am impostering being like reasonable and responsible adult.
Yeah.
Sometimes I am being an imposter, and that's okay, because I just don't feel like adulting, and that's okay. Like, sit in your jammies, and
it's okay to have balance. It's okay to have days when you're killing it, and it's okay to have days when you're not killing it at all. And that's the other part, is there's a lot of imperfection about ourselves that we have to learn to accept.
Absolutely.
And when you can get to the point where you're able to say, here I am, this is me, and here's all my warts.
Yep.
I have all of this. That's where you're finally really at the good place is when you recognize that it's absolutely okay. You can still be successful and you can still be happy. You can still do all the things imperfectly.
There's a freedom in that.
Yeah.
That is like second to none. And what I love is like there's this journey that even when we think that we're close to arriving, of understanding how things work, a whole bunch of other stuff opens up and you're like, what's all this? And like, I just got a letter from AARP. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Why are you writing?
Am I about to get a senior discount?
You are in their glory.
Dude, I am barely responsible enough to like do anything.
I got 10% off my oil change at Jiffy Lube.
Did you?
Yeah,
I love that, but I don't love it.
I learned to love it.
Yeah.
When I see that I'm saving some money, I'm okay with it.
I mean, each little obstacle is like, oh, that felt a little, I didn't love that. I didn't have that feeling like, oh, how dare you, first of all. But also,
dare you acknowledge my real age.
But also, thank you.
Thank you for the discount, Ross, on Tuesdays.
Ross on Tuesdays?
Yeah.
Is it 55 that you start getting stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
So I have a few years.
Yeah. A little bit.
But I got a card. I got like a membership card. And I was like,
you don't have to
join the gun, people.
Just because you're invited to the party, you don't have to.
Well, I do hate to miss a party.
You hate to miss a party. You hate to
I have a FOMO and YOLO and NOFO. I don't know what that is. I just made that up. Don't Google it. It doesn't exist.
It probably is bad. Don't Google it.
Don't Google it.
But just learn that even on the days when you're, there's a difference between imposter syndrome and the phrase fake it till you make it. Those are different.
Yeah.
There's a whole theory out there about acting as if.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that approach.
Dress for the job you want.
Dress for the job you want.
Absolutely.
As if you're someone who's going to get a promotion.
And this is the job I want, which is why I'm wearing a Hot Flash Chronicles t-shirt for those of you watching at home.
That's right.
If you're listening, we have t-shirts on that are branded with our new
they're super cute.
New logo.
We do say so ourselves, and we will.
So if you're listening, you should also go find us on YouTube. That is a perfect segue.
My goodness.
Look at me. It was almost like I scripted it. I did not. That was
we don't script anything, as you can tell.
No. Because we didn't even stay on topic very much this time. That's okay. You guys loved it.
We wandered back.
We're meandering.
We're meandering, and we're still hitting all the things.
We are. So, in conclusion, let's do our rapid fire questions.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So we're going to
ask me one I just asked.
2 each. We're going to do 2 each. I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay. What is your favorite summertime soup?
Ooh, summertime. The first thing that popped into my head was that lemon orzo. It's a Greek. It's very light, but it's got that lemony.
Yeah.
That is delicious.
That sounds divine.
Yeah.
And what color is the perfect kitten?
Calico. I want all the colors.
I love that.
I want all
rainbow
the
kitty.
colors.
I love
the
it.
Rainbow kitty. Yes.
Okay, your turn.
Okay. If you're going to have a sweet treat, is it like a bakery item or is it a candy? And if so, which one?
Yes and yes.
Mm-hmm.
Bakery item, it's probably going to be like a cinnamon roll or a cookie, hot chocolate chip cookie. Final answer, hot chocolate chip cookie.
Ooh.
Candy, sure, I love candy. Hot chocolate chip cookie right out of the oven.
Ooh. Okay.
Full stop.
All right. I'm
backing that in.
That's it. Okay, good. Okay.
Now I want a cookie. Damn it.
Yeah, me too. We're easily distracted. Okay, rapid fire question.
Number two.
Number two. If you could have any color of eyes other than the one you were born with, what color would your eyes be?
Do they have to be naturally occurring in nature?
No, you can have any color you want.
Purple. Ooh. Like lavender. I saw somebody with lavender contacts once.
Yeah.
And it was like hypnotizing.
Ooh, I love that.
They were dark skinned and I was like, I think I just fell in love with you. And it's just contacts. I should look for more than that.
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
It's your life. Do what you want.
Thank you.
You guys, thank you so much for joining us here today on this wonderful and amazing Tell Your Friends About It podcast.
It means the world to us that you listen. We know there are lots of things that you could spend your time doing or listening to. It means the world that you listen to us. So thank you for that. Feel free to hit subscribe, share it with your friends, check us out on socials, all the things. Oh, look at us.
Whoa, not scripted.
Not scripted. Whoop, did it twice. Okay. And with that, we bid you adieu.
Adieu. That's a wrap on this episode. If you laughed, related, or just need more, hit subscribe.
Check out the show notes to find us on socials and YouTube, and join our Patreon for exclusive extras.
And remember,
we're still hot, just in flashes.